Hi everybody, it's Miss K again. At this time, would you please take out a notebook and then pause this video because I want you to draw this grid in your notes so that you can look back at this later. Okay, so as I take the notes, I want you guys to follow along. Today is all about symbols. So the symbols that you will see when you read words like less than, and then what they will look like when you graph them onto a number line. So the first symbol you might see will either look like this. A is less than 2, or you might see it the other way. A is less than 2. It means the same thing. It's just two ways of writing the same thing. Notice that like this is the reflection along this line of this one. So the words that might mean this type of symbol is less than, or you might hear the words smaller than. If we were to graph an example, like A is less than 2, on our number line, we need to have the number 2 after 2 we have 3, 4, and 5, and before 2 we have 1, 0, -1. If something is less than, there's no or equal to. So we're going to use an open circle. We want all the numbers less than, smaller than 2. So that includes 1, 0, -1. We need to shade this side of our number line. So anytime you hear the words less than, this is what your problem should start to look like. The next example is less than or equal to. That would look like this or this. This line underneath tells you the or equal to. Other words you might hear for less than or equal to would be maximum or no more than. So if you hear any of these phrases, these are the symbols that you're going to be using. So if our example is m is less than or equal to 5, we need to put 5 on our number line. Then we have 6, 7, 8, and below 5 we have 4, 3, 2. Because we have the words or equal to, we're going to have a closed circle at 5. And we need all the numbers less than or equal to 5. So that would be numbers like 4, 3, 2, and everything else in that direction. The next one is the words greater than. You might also hear the words more than. An example would be B is greater than 2, or the same thing except backwards. So if we use that as an example, B is greater than 2, we're going to start at 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 0, -1. There's no or equal to, so we're going to have an open circle at 2. And then we want all the numbers greater than 2. So that includes 3, 4, 5, and every other number in this direction. Okay. So our circle is open. For the next one, the words are greater than or equal to. That would look like x is greater than or equal to -1, or the flipped version of that. Words you might hear that are the same: minimum, and the words at least. We could actually add one more up here: at most. You might also hear more than or equal to. That's a little less common. So our example is x is greater than or equal to -1. So let's start at -1. After -1 is 0, 1, 2. And before -1 is -2, -3, and -4. We are including -1 because it says or equal to. So I'm going to put a closed circle at -1. And we want all the numbers greater than or equal to -1. So 0 is greater, 1 is greater, 2 is greater. We can shade in all of those numbers greater than. Okay. We're just going to ignore the bottom one because we do not need that right now. At this time, please go back to Schoology and complete the quizzes task. And then you will be done for today once you finish that. Again, I hope you guys are doing great and having a wonderful day. Please reach out to me or Miss Maloney if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you. Bye.